3, clap! And here we go. Welcome to Shine. Welcome to your greatness. Welcome to the choice that's going to transform your lives. My name is Elena Ardelian, and I'm a certified facilitator with Access Consciousness. I sit in front of you literally naked, just dressed with my shine right now. I'm shaking. I'm totally shaking, and I'm not going to, hide it. I'm not going to diminish it. Wow, what a celebration, and what an honor for me to share these moments and these energies with you, the most beautiful, most courageous, most shiny people that have had the guts and the willingness to be here today and to make it a celebration together. So welcome. I would like to thank my beautiful translators officially for being my ambassadors of these sparkles of shine into the world. They're not my ambassadors because this is not about me. This is about the greatness we all be. So thank you so much. All of you who are watching now, all of you who are going to watch later, because, somehow in the middle of this swirl of energies that took over, we are about 325 people who registered for this Zoom, and some of us are still looking for the way to get on it. No worries, there is a recording of it, and how does it get any better than that? Cool. So, most of you, if you reach this place, means that you already are familiar with some of the tools of Access Consciousness, this huge big box of instruments, of tools and toys that you go inside, you pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, how many you want, and you change your life just by magic. But there is one condition attached to it, that you choose to change your life. So maybe some of you are like, no, I don't choose. No, I don't want to choose. No, I don't know how to choose. I don't know what choice is. Don't worry. Everything that comes up right now in this evening, everything that's linked to whatever I'm saying, that it's like hindering you from totally enjoying the space of greatness that we are about to step in, would you please destroy and uncreate all that? Right, wrong, good, bad, post, poke, all naturals, boys and beyonds. Oh my God, and I said the wonky, funky, I don't know what, amazing phrase. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, poke, all naturals, boys and beyonds. No worries. For those of you who don't know what that is, please go and look it up on theclearingstatement.com, where Dr. Dane Hare is explaining it into details. But for this moment, right now, all you need to know is it works. How it works, I'll just say with the shiny word, fuck it. We are not interested in how things work tonight. We are just here to enjoy. So everywhere you might have some other expectations, and you're kind of projecting, expecting, judging, looking for certain words, waiting for me to say certain words to convince you of the greatness that you already be, and all the limitations you put in place over there, and all the conclusions of all that you are and you're not, or you could be and you're not, or you should be and you're not. All that, can we please destroy and uncreate? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, poke, all naturals, boys and beyonds. Don't worry, we are not going to destroy and uncreate your shine. That's the only thing that stays tonight. If there's anything that has to go, your shine stays. So everywhere where you're thinking that by destroying and uncreating, you're going to get separated from bits and parts of you, instead of knowing that by destroying and uncreating, you're actually regaining your greatness, would you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, poke, all naturals, boys and beyonds. Cool. So I had a lot of today, I kind of wanted to shout, actually I shouted, you know, a few times. For how many of you there was an intensity in your universe and you said, what is this? Is it now the time to lower all the barriers that you put up so diligently? All those walls that you were such a beautiful, absolutely crafted architect to put them all around you and to make sure that nothing reaches you, nothing goes outside, that keeps you safe and keeps you fading away. Are you willing just for today to lower them, to lower them, to lower them, to lower them? And allow the light that you truly be to reach you from the inside and everybody else who's around you. Everything that is times a gazillion, would you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, book, all naturals, boys and beyonds. Yay. So if there's any worry coming up, if there's any thought coming up, would you please, 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 please allow it to be without the need of running after it, have it clear in your hands or in front of you, just let it go. And everything that comes up, may I ask you one important thing? Would you be willing to be present with whatever is coming up? So everything that is times a gazillion, can we please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shores, boys and beyonds. Cool. How is that? People are writing me messages in the private channel. I don't know whether these messages are meant for me, but please be aware that there is a chat function and you can write for everybody in the chat, not only to me personally, because I don't speak Russian, for example, so I wouldn't know what there is. I can copy it, but that's pretty much what I can do. So I'm going to do it like this. Oh, the chat doesn't allow us to write to everybody. I'm going to, okay. Well, then we are not going to chat. You are going to unmute yourselves in case you have a question. How does it get any better than that? What's that about coming out from the darkness and from the shadow into your own light? What if the first step would be to have the courage and the guts to step up, to stand out, open your mouth, and help, not help, like support, contribute to everybody's standing up and shining. Everything that is times a gazillion, everywhere where you're like, oh no, 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 not that one. I'm going to close my camera. I'm going to be on mute and I'm going to disappear from the screen because Serena wants to talk to me. Can we please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shores, boys and beyond. Now that is very important. So how many of you still like stories? Do you like stories? Would you like me to tell you a story? You can nod or you can say yes, no, you can. Okay, you like stories? We all like stories. I guess this is how we learned to grow up, by telling stories, listening to other people's stories, making up stories. Okay, how many of us are still making up stories to somehow, how should I say, somehow make it up to all the choices that we haven't allowed ourselves to make, or that we judge that they're not the good ones, not the perfect ones, not the whatever. Now, everything that comes up with the story, would you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shores, boys and beyonds. Because I'm going to tell you a story, a very nice one. Why shine? Why now? And how it came into being. If you recall, I said shine is not about me. What if shining? What if your shine is a unique brand to you, but it's not personal. How about that? What do I mean by this? We all shine already, whether we have recognized it or not, whether we are willing to acknowledge that or not, whether we are willing to appreciate that or not. There is a sparkle making waves. We are already shining. But how many of us have already decided that our shine is not there because other people cannot receive it, cannot acknowledge it, and then yet, if they don't see it, it doesn't exist. Everywhere where you're telling yourself that if people around you cannot see your shine and cannot receive your shine, it doesn't exist, would you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, poc, all night boys and beyond. Shine is not a personal matter. Shine is a matter of greatness. Okay. What if it's not a matter like heavy, but it's the lightness of the being that you be, the presence, the abundance of joy and glory that you be. That's nice, isn't it? I mean, wow, I just said it. So everywhere where you're not allowing this to get somewhere near to you, can we please destroy and uncreate that? And by the way, near to me as well. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, poc, all night, boys and beyond. Cool, so this is the story. I'm going to tell you the story of shine. Now, can you go back in time? I know we all say that the past doesn't exist, that the past isn't there any longer. It doesn't have any relevance. It doesn't have any importance. It doesn't have any significance. For some of us, we are still in this process of really grasping this and slowly, untangle ourselves from all the significance of the past. What if we could do this like everything that doesn't allow us to just untangle ourselves from the past stories? Can we please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, poc, all night, boys and beyond. Now, just to you, Raluca, and I know your earrings. Okay, you hear the earrings on the recording? Is that what you're telling me, Lucy? Okay, cool. So I was like, is anybody listening to my bling bling stuff? It's part of the shining. So if you didn't, I'm like, cool. So story, how did shine come into being? I was about maybe 3 years old, and my favorite pastimes would be to look at the sun, and I'll like dim my eyes like that and look at the sun through my, how do you call them? Lashes, okay? And I would look at the sun and everything kind of got this glow, this rainbowy thing, this appearance, this mysterious, this magic, something. And I was fascinated. I could look at the ugliest things, but if I had this look on things like through my dimmed eyes and I allowed myself to be present with what I was perceiving, it was magic. Somehow I always knew this is the way to be in life, with this glow, with this rainbow, with whatever there was, like fun and happy and carefree. And yeah, well, life had some other plans for me, or I chose to, to be very important and to be full of significance by adulthood. It never happened to anybody here, right? Right, cool. It's all about me, not everything that is times a gazillion. Can we please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, poc, all night, boys and beyond. So when I was kind of thinking about how to bring that's not the question, but it's like technically from a technical point of view, how do I talk about shine? How do you talk about an energy? Well, that's, I don't know. We'll see. But then the first ever time when I grasped this energy into my life, it was on a stage. I was 16 years old. It was the end of the school, program. We were supposed to recite some poems and do a show and dance and whatever. And everybody was really, really, really bored. Like, you know, parents who come back from work and they have to be there and they have to pretend that they're happy, the kids are doing something fun, but they were actually willing to just run away. And at some point the lights went off and there was no sound and nobody could see anything and nobody knew what was happening on the stage. And at that moment, I just stepped out, stepped up, stepped out, stepped on the front of the stage and started to tell a story. And little by little, light came back on the stage. And I didn't realize at that point what that was. But it stays with me until today. That was a moment of shine, which I have actually kept like a treasure in a treasure box, like looking at it from time to time and saying that it was just a moment in time. Not. How many of you have these absolutely gorgeous, phenomenal, shining moments that you experienced in your lives? And because they were so extraordinary, and because they were coming from somewhere beyond anything you have experienced up to now, you put them into the box and you said, this is going to stay there for later. Everything that is, times a gazillion, would you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, with bad, book, all night shows, boys and beyonds. What if you never stopped shining? What would it take for you to acknowledge that if you were able to recognize and acknowledge those moments, they live in you. They are part of you. And if you could shine one time in your life, why wouldn't you be shining all your life? Everything that is, times a gazillion, would you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, with bad, book, all night shows, boys and beyonds. I'll go further on with my story. I can embroider on it, but that's not the point. A few years ago, I have to look exactly when. In 2017, I decided I would write a book, and that book would be called Shine. That book exists, and it was my intention to put out into the world everything that helped me on my way to becoming who I am. And if you want all the most refined methods of personal development that are there, that help you reach your goals and your objectives, that keep you stay focused. Yeah, well, that was Shine back then. My intention when I wrote that book was, and I remember when I said, I'm going to write you, but this is going to make place for something totally new. Though I was writing about Shine, from that book, wonderful, gorgeous book, for those of you who still want to go the hard way and, want to, like calm down your mind in search of something heavy, concrete, serious, and full of importance, the book is still there. I mean, I looked through it and I was like, wow, did I write this? So please don't get to the thing of, I wrote a book, now it's not good. No, this book has one sentence in it. And it's actually, I'm going to read it to you because I looked at it and I was like, oh my God, did I, what was my intuition? What was my knowing back then? So, one second. First sentence in my book. A few months ago, I came across this phrase while attending a personal development seminar in Madrid. Your life is not about you, but about those who you touch every day. Everything that comes up and everything that lets down and everywhere where this is something like, would you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POC, all night shows, boys and beyonds. And then the last sentence of the first page. I wish you to ignite your sparkle and enhance your light, to shine bright through days and nights, and to become in turn an igniter of sparkles, an enhancer of brightness in the world. And I would say, shine on. So everywhere where you haven't yet acknowledged that you are this, that you're doing this, that you're being this, even in the darkness of your days, would you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POC, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And back then I was writing something like, I believe that we all have one mission in life, to shine and to spread our light into the world, so that more and more of us find the way towards our true self. So take a moment, please lower your barriers. Some of you were just like, please lower your barriers. And allow yourself that moment when you can point directly that person whose life you completely changed, just by being the shine that you already be. And everywhere you had, because some other people said, no, it's normal, or where you thought it's normal, and it's not normal, because it's your shine that's making the difference into the world. Would you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POC, all night shows, boys and beyonds. Might have been a coffee with somebody, might have been a hug, might have been a smile, but it was there from your shine, from your unique energy, available to change, transform, and shift lives. How many lives are you touching every day and you're not even acknowledging that? Yeah, everything that is times a gazillion, would you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POC, all night shows, boys and beyonds. How many more lives could you be able to touch, shift, transform, if you were allowing yourself to be fully the shine that you be? So everywhere you're still resisting and avoiding and fighting against and proving that you're not that shine, that you're not that spark, and know that you cannot, while all it takes is like a sparkle. Would you please destroy and uncreate all that? Ha! Gotcha! Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POC, all night shows, boys and beyonds. And everywhere this becomes so significant. I'm the sparkle in the world. I have to change the world. Could you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POC, all night shows, boys and beyonds. How many more sparkles can you spread into the world if you start laughing? Everywhere where you're hoarding your sparkles because you want to keep them all for yourselves. Would you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POC, all night shows, boys and beyond. And everywhere you learn that you have to be serious and crying and before the world changes. Can we have a look at it and destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POC, all night shows, boys and beyond. So my story is almost done. Like a few weeks ago, Corona, COVID stuff, if you don't know, things have changed. That's the flash news. Things have changed. And this shine energy has been bothering me in the beginning, because I was like, no, that's, and what's that? How many of you know stuff And you know that at some point you might have been ahead other people. And you might have been really ahead your time. But yeah, who, me? Do I have these capacities to be ahead of time? Do I have capacities of bringing something into the world which is not exactly from this world right now? No, not me. So everywhere where you're denying your capacities of being out of this world, ahead of time, out of this planet, beyond these realities, would you please destroy and uncreate all that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shores, boys and beyonds. Then here would say you're weird. And I would say you're more than weird. How weird are you willing to be? What if your shine is actually your willingness to be that weirdness? Everything that doesn't allow you to do that, oh, you please destroy and uncreate that. Right, wrong, with bad, pot, pock, all nine shores, boys and beyonds. Oh, you're going to tell me, no, people judge. Of course they judge. They will always judge. Why not use that energy in your advantage? What if when people judge your shine? What if when people want to, smash it, flatten it, fade it, cover it, you will just go, here you are. This is me. How much space can you actually instill in your body and in your presence so that you do not get affected, impacted, or impelled by others people's limited realities? Are you willing to be the one that's going to give the example? And I'm putting the example in inverted commas. Everywhere you haven't yet acknowledged that you're an invitation to being the outrageous, shiny being that you be, would you please destroy and uncreate? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shores, boys and beyonds. Oh yeah, don't laugh, don't shine, don't do anything. This is so bad, so wrong. You have to keep your head under the water and try to breathe under the water, see how it works. When all you have to do is to get your head out, take a deep breath, and say, hey, this is me. Everything that is times a gazillion, would you please destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shores, boys and beyond. And so shine has been pinging and has been tickling me and has been buzzing me and has been compelling me somehow to acknowledge that it exists, to acknowledge that it's part of me, and to acknowledge that if I can see it in me, it must be available everywhere in the world for every being to choose and be. And everything that is times a gazillion, would you please destroy and uncreate? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shores, boys and beyond. There's one thing. Remember I told you about the tools and toys of access consciousness, that they work if you choose. What if your shine is a choice and it's the one of greatness? The one taking you beyond the limitations of other people around you, the one taking you to the excellency, to the elegance of being. I wonder, have you ever heard of all of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory? If it's for the first time, wow, welcome. If it's for the 1 million, billion, 500, I don't know how many times, all of life comes to us with ease and joy and glory. So now, my deep gratitude goes to this annoying COVID thing, because it opened up a space where I was willing to be present with this energy and no longer resist it and no longer avoid it. I still remind you that I was jumping up and down and shouting like crazy person just before the Zoom. You didn't see that because it was behind the cameras, but I did that. And what if shine is an invitation to no longer avoid the intensity of the presence that we be? Are you willing to receive that intensity of who you be? Even if it's for 1 second. What if this is a, you know, a kind of a, call it a shine aerobic. You have today a sparkle, you have tomorrow a sparkle, and everywhere you think that one sparkle plus some sparkle makes somehow some sort of a shine. Could you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, what, all naturals, boys and beyonds. How much judgment do you have to say this was only one sparkle? And where does the shine begin? Well, that's a trouble one. Right, wrong, good, bad, what, all naturals, boys and beyonds. What could you recognize and what could you acknowledge about your shine today that you were not willing, stubbornly not willing to acknowledge about your shine yesterday? Everything that is times a gazillion, would you destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, all nine shores, boys and beyonds. I've been talking for 35 minutes. Oh my God, I can keep talking. Are you still with me? Are you still with me? Should I shut up or should I go on? Even if you say shut up, I'm still going to go on. Why? Because this shine has asked to become something more than just an energy. Just an energy. So it's transformed into a class. And guess what? The description of the class was written in about 20 minutes. Full flow if you want. I sent it to Access Consciousness saying I would like to have a class, speciality class of this. Now, I did destroy all the expectations and all the, you know, everything and all the significance because it was so, I wanted so much to have it and blah, blah, blah. I did destroy all that. And what I realized is that this energy, it's making its way into the world by itself. I'm just facilitating it into the world. I'm just talking about it. I'm just enjoying it. And everywhere where it's just a just, and everywhere where this just is kind of diminishing it, I'm willing to destroy and uncreate all that. Right, wrong, with bad, pot, all naturals, boys and beyonds. Where do you yourself use just to justify the not readiness to embrace it all? Everything that is times a gazillion, would you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, with bad, pot, all naturals, boys and beyonds. So, have you ever been told that you're too much? Have you ever been told that you're impossible, that you cannot keep in place, that you should shut up, that you should, you know, like you're too intense, people cannot follow you, oops, you should slow down? Well, what if you stopped believing what other people told you and started knowing what you know? Everything that is times a gazillion, would you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, all nine shores, boys and beyonds. Would you be willing to be that light in the world just by being you? Nothing more, nothing less. that would shed light into the dark corners of other people's lives and in yours, and allow you to be present with the magnitude of your creator capacities, generative capacities that are owned to you and are so willing to be out into the world. Everywhere where you haven't yet got it, that the world would not be the same without you in it, would you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, good, poor, nice, boys and beyonds. Even if you chose to be some mushrooms, for example, the world would still not be the way it is without you in it. Now think of you of the magic creatures that you are, shining, sparkling everywhere in the world, but you know, we have to be, you know, we have to be modest about that. Don't have to do it. Hello. Can you imagine a world dull, like everybody's the same, everybody wearing the uniform, and you trying to hold back and keep your sparkles under a carpet? Everything that is times a gazillion, would you please destroy and uncreate that? Everywhere where you're pretending you're a mushroom, and even though you cannot be just an ordinary mushroom, would you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, put, poke, nice, boys and peons. Sorry about the mushroom. I just saw some very nice pictures of mushrooms, like fairy tale mushrooms, and I'm like, hey, where have you decided that even if you were a mushroom, you have to be dull and you know, gray and mushy or whatever? Everything that is times a gazillion. Let's destroy and uncreate that. All right, wrong, good, bad, put, poke, nice, boys and beyond. So what choice could you be making today? Just today, right now, that would enhance your shine with total ease, because it's there. What is it required of you to allow it to shine? Maybe taking 2 more steps, maybe honoring you, maybe being vulnerable with you, maybe having some gratitude for you, maybe being in allowance with you. I wonder. Or maybe you might want to be reminded of the connection with the world, with this gorgeous, wonderful, extraordinary earth. How many of you can see the shine of nature? And how many of you know there is shine in nature? And when you're outside, or when you're in the ocean, or where, I don't know, somewhere in nature, everything is so evident and so normal. Where have you not yet acknowledged that you are part of this earth? And if there's shine in nature, there's a whole lot of shine in you. Everything that is times a gazillion, would you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, poco, nice, boys and beyond. And I'm like, okay, cool. What about the bling bling? Is that shine? So let me ask you, what is actually shine for you? You can unmute yourselves if you want. You're allowed. I'm giving you permission. Everything that is times a gazillion, would you please destroy and uncreate that? So what is shine for you? Is it bling bling? Is it sparkles? Is it paillettes? How do you call them? Glitters? Is it sparkling stuff? Is it, what is it? And everything that is, because you're not willing to talk to me. You're so nasty today. You don't want to talk to me. Will you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, but fuck all nice, boys and beyond. So what have you identified as shine that isn't? And what have you identified shine as not being shine, which is? Everything that is times a gazillion, would you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pop, all, nice, rose, boys, and beyonds. Oh, I have an answer. Being myself and express it with ease and joy. How does it get any better than that? How much more ease and joy and glory could you have with your shine? And thank you so much, Umay, for this, because I'm going to tell you something. In that absolutely gorgeous book called Shine, which I wrote years back, and which, you know, it's like a big brick of conclusions if you want, there's one thing that still stays, and it's true and it's valid. And there's the tagline in it. I didn't know how to put it into words back then, but I'm going to talk to you about that. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that. So the tagline in Shine is aware, able, and aligned. Aware, being aware, able, being capable, aligned as in being congruent. What if Shine is actually being congruent with who you be and with your asks in the world? So it's very simple. When we come to Access Consciousness, we discover questions. We ask a question, and whenever we ask a question, we are actually looking for an awareness. This might make us aware. Once you become aware of things, if you choose, you are able of changing everything that's not working into your life. There are plenty of tools in Access Consciousness, and plenty of them are taken into the classes of Shine, the intro class and the one-day class. Now, once you choose for yourself whether you want to choose to change things or not, and it's okay if you don't want to change them, as long as you know that you are capable of changing them by request. And then being aligned. That is being congruent with whatever you ask from the universe. Universe has your back. There's no doubt about that. So everywhere you're still doubting that, and you're still saying, yeah, the universe has the back of everybody else, but not mine. Would you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, poco, nitrous, praise, and beyonds. When you have this desire, when you're willing to become aware of all the points of view that are sticking you and not allowing you to be the one you truly be, that are dimming your shine instead of enhancing it into the world, then you can also be congruent with whatever you ask. How many of us are making requests into the world that are like, oh, I would like to have this and I would like to have that, and how many of I would like is even yours? Let me tell you one thing. There where there's no lightness in what you ask for, there's no congruence. That's it. There's no alignment. And please, again, I know being aligned in Access Consciousness can be translated in aligning and agreeing. It's not about that. It's being congruent with who you be and your asks. So everywhere where you were asking for things and you were not willing to acknowledge that those asks were not even yours, and therefore they took so much effort from you to actualize and institutionalize, would you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, poc, all nitrous, praise, and beyond. How much more ease and joy and glory could you have if you allow yourself to recognize that your asks are unique to you and they are part of your shine? Everything that doesn't allow you to do that with total ease, everywhere where your shine would be, I'm a motherfucker selfish person, so what? Be it. Everything that is times a gazillion, would you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shores, boys and beyonds. What energy, space, and consciousness and choice, magic, miracles, mysteries, and possibilities could I and my body be to me to be the shining motherfucker I truly be for all eternity? Everything that comes up, everything that goes down, everything that doesn't allow this to happen with total ease, would you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, and shores, boys and beyonds. You're writing to me in the chat. Yes, yes, yes. Cool. How does it get any better than that? I like this collective yes. And I like it when the Portuguese people say, sim. Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, and shores, boys and beyonds. And the Russians say, da. Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, and shores, boys and beyonds. Cool. Where I didn't acknowledge my shine, standing out by being me without seeing what I shine upon others. Thank you, Patricia, for this. And I'm going to say you this. How many people do you have around you who are willing to acknowledge the shine that you be? You are lucky if you're among the lucky ones who grew up with people who were willing to acknowledge the shine that you be. Congratulations, creators of magnitude. If you're, surrounded by people who would rather have a bite of your butt rather than choke on your sparkles, creators of magnitude, how does it get any better than that? Everything that is times a gazillion, would you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shores, boys and beyonds. Everywhere where you're willing and expecting others to see something or to fulfill something that you're not willing to recognize and acknowledge and see in you, would you, and be that for you, would you please destroy and uncreate that? Gotcha! Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shores, boys and beyonds. Where have you made your shine something external? Something that you put on holidays? Something that is for special occasions, because it's then when you know that, well, if they judge me, if they don't like me, I know what to do with it. Everything that is times a gazillion, would you please destroy and uncreate that? Woohoo! Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shores, boys and beyonds. Sim! Sylvia says, I was going to say something, but it was not possible. I couldn't unmute myself. Okay, Sylvia, just give me 1 second. Raluca is going, Sylvia Zanata, Raluca is going to look for you, and I'm going to say when. Until then, there's an, oh, it's yours. Okay, Sylvia, please unmute yourself. Sylvia says, it came to me that shine is not for everybody.
I put the truth in front of your question. When you asked what is shine, I was like, truth, what is shine for me? And it came right away, it's not for everybody.
Okay, everywhere where you bought this lie, you took it like a nice, delicious dessert of this world, that shine is just for the stars. And everywhere you're not yet willing to be the star of your own life, everywhere you're just, making lesser choices to accommodate other people and make them shine in their lives, and therefore you cannot acknowledge your shine because they are shining in their lives. Oh, would you please destroy and uncreate that?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shores, boys and beyonds. And then I have Alena is shouting at me, Selena, next Zoom. Yeah, are we over the time? Or what is the next Zoom? Everything that is times a gazillion. Okay, please destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shores, boys and beyonds. We still have 7 minutes to go. So, if there was one thing I would really, 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 really like to play with you, would be, let's have a taste of shine. Whatever shine is for you, whatever whatever it is, are you willing to allow your shine to be you know, to present itself to you, whatever you have imagined and way more beyond. And just lower your barriers, put your feet on the ground, and make a commitment with you that you're going on a date with you and your shine. So put your feet on the ground. Ask your body to relax as much as it can. Put yourself into a nice position. You know, it doesn't matter. I'm not looking at you. I'm going to ask you to touch your bodies. Touch your bodies. I don't have to see where, but please keep one hand on your body. Feet on the ground, butt on the chair, back on the bed. I don't know where. It's just, and just take a deep breath. From the top of your head, goes down through your whole body. And that breath takes away all the stress, all the energetic blocks, everything that doesn't serve you, and goes directly into the ground. How? Just like that, by request. And now you go into the heart of the earth and you take a deep breath and you pull it through your feet. And your feet are like ventouses, like sucked into the ground. And the energy comes up and up and up through your ankles, through your knees, through your hips. Sex. Ooh. The orgasm of the earth is resting into your sex. And now pull it up on your spine, up, up, up. Pull some energy through your fingers, through your wrists, through your elbows, shoulders. Meet all the energies at the back of your head and then pull them out the top of your head and let them come out like a volcano. Take another deep breath. Feel your lungs. Ask all your barriers to go down, just like that. Hey, sweet barriers, time to go down. And then expand. How do you expand? Just like that. Ask your body, body, now I'm expanding. I'm going on a date. I'm going to meet my shine. And expand. And expand. Beyond universes, beyond planets. Expand. 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 And ask universe, show me. What is shine to me? And I'm committing to receive. Not from my head, but from my whole being. And that pull it in through your whole body, from the whole universe. From the front goes to the back, from the back goes through the front. From the ground goes to the top of your head, from the top of your head goes down into the ground. From your left side to the right side, from the right side to the left side. Just pull it all in. Pull it all in. Some more, some more. There's always more for everybody. Don't worry about that. Just pull like a motherfucker. Pull from all the directions. And don't stop any of the energies into your body. Just pull it and let it go through you. Let it fill in each and every molecule of your body. You are that shine. Pull some more. And pull from your back, through your back to the front, and flow all that energy into the world. Make it known. This is my shine, people. This is available to you too. Are you willing to choose it? Are you willing to be that sparkle and that shine in the world that's going to invite everybody. You know, to just be that. Take another deep breath from the top of your head to the tip of your toes. And now please hug your body. Please hug your body. Thank you, sweet little body. Without you, I would not quite know what shine is in this lifetime. I would like to thank you all, each and every one of you for being here, for having been here, for having played with me. A huge applause to my extraordinary translators. I'm doing it for the first time, and I'm sorry if you suffered. I hope it was for a good cause. And everything that makes you think that this is suffering, would you please destroy it? I pray that I had to manipulate you into this. Thank you so much for this. And if there's anything I would like personally that you stay with, please remember, your shine is a choice, and you're making it each and every day. And for those of you who really want more of it, there is an intro class coming up on the 10th of July, and there is a telecall series coming on the 13th, 15th, and 17th of July. No worries about that. We're going to put everything in an email, nice email, and we're making sure that this goes out to everybody. So I will try to unmute everybody. If you would like to say something, you're free to unmute yourself. And this is it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. It was great.
Voilà.
Thank you very much.
Hop, hop,
Thank
hop.
you.
Je me démute si vous en avez envie. Ah, ça marche pas. Vous pouvez vous démuter, les
Selena.
amis, si vous voulez.
Let's see.
Là. Ah, merci, Selena. Merci. Et alors, ça marche pas. Et demandez la réactivation du micro. Merci pour tous les francophones.